Hey everybody, it's Toni-Maree here with Talk with TM. Episode 3, can you believe it? Today I'm talking about getting clients and I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to start doing that. This process is one that I really struggled with when I first started my business, and there is a lot to it, but I want to give you 3 quick things that you can do straight away. You don't need any expertise to do it. You don't even really need any software or technology to do it. You can do it yourself, and it's not as hard as you might think. Okay, so number 1, you need to think about what you do. Okay, you know who you are, you know your name, all of that jazz. But think of it as an elevator speech. If you were in an elevator and you had to say to someone, this is what I do, and this is the service I provide, how would you go about describing that? Because once you know what business you want to be in, and if you're in business already, you'll have a pretty good handle on that. But that does change over time, so maybe it's time to review that. But if you're a new person, you really need to decide what kind of business you want to be in. Are you a coach? And if you're a coach, what type of coach? If you're a jeweler, okay, you're into making jewelry, what type of jewelry? Okay, there are different categories for each industry that we're in. Just think of doctors, okay? Right, there's different types of specialists, all that kind of thing. So the more focused and the more detailed you can be about who you are, what products and services you'll provide, then the clearer your message will be to people. Tip number 2, who is your client? Who is your ideal client? If they walked through the door or called you up or whatever, what would they look like? What age group will they be? Where do they work? What do they do for fun? What kind of magazines do they like to read? What kind of Facebook groups or pages do they hang out at and communicate on? Where do they like to go on the weekend? The more detailed, again, you can get about your ideal client, and that includes demographic and all of those things I've just mentioned, the better able you are to talk to them. The other thing you can do with this is that you can start cyber investigating them. So, as an example, if you've got someone, that was my cat, if you've got someone who is into fishing, what type of fishing? Deep sea, salmon fishing, whatever. Okay, so say it's deep sea. Where might they go? What kind of magazines will they be looking for? What kind of TV shows will they like? Compared to being a coach like myself, okay, who are my clients? Well, mine are women. Mine are people who are starting a business or have been in business for a little while and are starting to feel a bit sort of dragged down by it all, because my passion is keeping women in business for the beginning to 5 years, because that's when most businesses fail. And be aware of your why when you're looking for people. Keep that in the back of your mind. Why do you do what you do? Okay, because that's going to be important to really narrow down who your clients actually are. Okay, so we've got number 1, what services and products are you providing and how do you want to start thinking and talking about yourself? Number 2, who are your clients? What are their demographic? Where do they hang out? What do they do for fun? All of that kind of thing. Remember your why as you're doing it. And number 3 is, okay, this is a little bit sort of techie, but it's not really. You need to have an idea of how you want to communicate with people. Okay, so if you're talking about upmarket lingerie, you're not going to be going, hey mate, how you going? Right? Not appropriate, not going to suit your audience. If you're talking about being a coach, and for my kind of coaching, it's intelligent women, but it's not someone who's toffee-nosed and up herself, because that's not who I am. And so if I try and talk like that with a bit of a plum in my mouth and I get all posh, it's not going to work, because it's not me, it's not my client base, and so it's not going to happen, right? So you can see that for me, it's all about being uniquely me, it's being honestly me and openly me, and that translates into the type of language that I use, the kind of videos that I do, the kind of website that I'm having redeveloped, right? It translates into heaps of things, and that's actually part of branding. And a lot of people will say, oh, that's your logo and your website. Well, no, 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 people. Branding's actually much, much, much more than that. And a part of that is actually how you're going to talk to your clients. Okay? So have a think about that. Feel free to message me, PM me, go to my website, find me on YouTube, send me an email, go and search for Toni-Maree Hannan or To Be Awesome. You will find me without a doubt. And let's catch up. Now, I'm not spruiking for clients. I like to help people. And this offer is only open to the first 5 people who take it up. Okay, and that's another tip I'll give you. If you are going to give something away for free, which I don't do very often, or you're going to actually give a product that you normally charge, say, $2,000 for, not that I do, but say, just as an exaggeration, and you're then going to do a special for 27 bucks, right? By the way, that sales technique does not work. Don't use it. But say you've got something reasonable like a $127 product and you're going to sell it for, I don't know, say 87, then limit the numbers, because you need to make sure that you're valuing yourself, you're valuing your product, and you're valuing your time. So if you message me, you'll get half an hour of my time, but it's only for 5 people. Okay? All right, no sales talk, just working together and helping you out with some of this stuff. Okay, that's it for me from today with Talk with TM, and the TM stands for Toni-Maree, in case you're ever wondering. And I will be doing another one tomorrow, and I'm doing 5 this week, and then I'll be doing them once a week for the next month. And I'd love to get your comments, suggestions, thoughts. Now, don't forget, this will be turning into a podcast, so I'm looking for guests. And if you don't like video, or you don't want to have your voice recorded, then you can do a blog for me or an article or something else, and you will be featured in my group, on my page, on my website, everywhere. Okay, so shoot me a message, give me your comments, suggestions, disagree with me. I love robust conversation, get the word right. So stay tuned for tomorrow's talk. Let me know if there's something in particular you'd like to discuss. And yeah, stay awesome and talk to you soon. Bye.